Hello, and welcome back to this beautiful, beautiful island that is becoming increasingly full of lasers. Last time, we kind of like blitzed the desert temple and got this laser up and running, which I did point out at the end of the last video that it's going somewhere else, and that I am curious about. I we're just kicking off. Um, it really does seem like it's just careening off the island. I think it is. Oh, that's like a mirror. It would appear. Okay, so perhaps there are only 6 more lasers. There's just some more to some lasers than there are to others. Explain yourself. Oh. Oh. Is it that easy? I guess no, you wouldn't point it directly in that direction. You probably pointed it about that way, huh? Although, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Perfect. Okay. It does make me wonder if there are. Oh, that's definitely a line, isn't it? It makes me wonder if there's other places that I could point the laser. But we won't fret about that right now. This feels like perhaps something that I could do from up there, maybe. We won't worry about it too much right now. Anyway. Yeah, this town feels like a beast that I do not even want to consider grappling. Like, what's this? Look at all of those hexagons. Huh? Okay. Whatever. um, we did a lot of exploring last time, so I don't necessarily feel obligated to sort of like run around and just have a little gadabout. So I think we will just kind of pick a place to go. And I am inclined to just kind of start a loop around the island. Both because that, kind of satisfies my brain. And also because I really want to go into that little quarry here. Also, is this lines? I feel like I remember seeing this in editing. Yeah, it sure is lines. Okay, some of them are. That's quite faint, I would say. Duly noted. Okay. Um, but yeah, I want to see what's going on over here. I want to explore this little like rundown quarry area. This seems neat. And this seems like another line. Oh. Oh, perhaps I need to view it from a lower angle? So that way the slats line up tighter and look more like a solid line. What are you? Off. Okay. Really noted. Yeah, this is just such a like it's such a far cry from the other areas that we've been in. Well, that doesn't work. Interesting. Okay. Okay. Figure that out, I suppose. This door is shut, right? How do we get down there is the question. Oh, we can park the boat. That might be the only way down there, in fact. Yeah, I think that's what we need to do. Okay. Off to the boat. I can't say for certain, but it feels like the obelisk grows louder. I do not know if that is the truth. I definitely did not see this before. That's a line, surely. It's not a line, surely. Really? What? Oh, perhaps, do I need to like back up to the point that the checkerboard looks like one solid color? How bizarre. Oh, that's so interesting. Everything is a matter of perspective, isn't it? How neat. Okay, I just came here for the boat. I went the wrong way. We are here. I would like to go here. Full speed ahead. Keep an eye out for if there's anything interesting to peer at from the boat. There's a woman. She looks like she's like... I feel like there's a perspective thing that you can do with her hair and like the red streaks on the rock behind her. Just like gawking incredibly closely at every rock that we pass by. Like you. We pass really close to you for some reason. What's your deal, huh? Do you have a deal? Maybe you don't have a deal. Maybe you're chilling. Is that one dark cloud? What is with that? I don't know. Oh. I wonder... There was that little cloud, I think, that formed like the leaves of a tree. I wonder if the dark cloud forms like the leaves of this tree from a certain angle. Although I don't see an angle that would be possible, so maybe not. We arrive. I can't get over how pretty this game is. It really is a genuinely beautiful game. We'll get ourselves a little staircase. I am ready. Oh. Okay, well. Don't I feel a little silly now? Well, it would appear that this is not, in fact, the way to do it. Okay. I guess we'll go back. Let's take the boat through this way. Cool. All right, we'll find another way in. I will, unless something interesting happens on the boat trip. I'll catch you once we once we well, what's the word? I can't think of the word. I want to say touchdown, but that's for like planes. Once we make landfall, that's what it's called. Yeah, we can swim by The woman. Yeah, her hair. Oh, she's like a harpy. Interesting. But yeah, her hair sort of follows around. Streaks on the rock. That's very neat. There may have been a puzzle there to solve, but in any case, that's very, very cool. Alright, back on Sweet Terra Firma. I'm gonna go and kind of like scope out the surrounding environs by the quarry. This little root here is weird. It's so, like, it's stained white. It's different. I guess it's not different. Some of those are too. But it stands out. Okay. These doors are accessible. And this is another separate the squares type beat. Oh, how actually do I do this? Hold up. I don't think we never succeed by like doing this. We have to close off this one somehow. I guess there's nothing stopping us from like closing the black squares off from each other. Yeah, okay. As long as every color of square is separated from every other color of square. Oh, okay, well immediately I kind of feel like I'm not where I'm supposed to be because I don't know what these mean. They're like tetrominos, but I don't know what that means. Let's try and make an L shape adjacent to each of those cells. That doesn't work. Okay. Let's try and make different L shapes. That's not an L shape. What if we do this? That doesn't work. What if we, instead of doing L shapes, do U shapes? That doesn't work. What if instead of doing L shapes, we do one pass? That doesn't work. Okay. Does that mean that I should not be here? Perhaps. Perchance. It may. We have seen squares. We've seen less squares. So I feel like there's a place that will tutorialize us to that better. Because this is not presently intuitive. Okay. I return. A minor detour was had. I've been like looking at the screen whilst I was having a conversation, and I did have the thought of like, what if these are displaying like tetrominos that the cells need to be a part of? So like, for example, since that one is that L shape there, it would need to look something like this. Although I don't know that we could ever like make that happen with this, because obviously that goes off the edge. Does that just work? No. And the other option would be if they are able to be rotated, in which case we would be able to have, this could be like these 4 cells, right? Or it could be an L shape like this. Which if it is an L shape like that, I wonder if they need to be separated. Probably, I would imagine. Because like, technically, they're like 2 adjoining L shapes. They could be. Um, hmm. Perhaps this is a later problem. Although, hold on a minute. No, because we can't like close it off. It's the thing. It's okay. I'm like that feels like it might be correct, but I'm just not certain about it. And that lack of certainty makes me a little less inclined to like sit here and kind of like throw myself at the wall over it, if that makes sense. I'm gonna take one long hard look at this real quick. Okay, I, we're gonna call it there. I'm going to resign from the hey, this is the title card of the game. Like when you look at the game on the console, this is what you see. Okay. Is this a part of the castle maybe? What are you? What's going on over here? Are you tied to the quarry? What's happening? There's so much stuff over here. Oh, what are you? Door? Door. Okay. It's very bright. Is this I suspect that the shadows are barriers. Am I suspecting correctly? Like we cannot cross paths with the shadows. That's so cool. That's so cool. Okay. Oh, I need to probably make myself not a barrier, don't I? Should be easy enough to navigate. I think that's fine. Yeah. And now, we need to open you. That way we get more light in. How fascinating. Okay. This is, oops. This is fairly straightforward. Okay, that's a lot of, that's a lot of things happening. Okay. What on earth goes on here? Oh. Am I to... Do I only have to dodge the shadows of the trees and the shadows of the... Perhaps the shadows of the metal are okay? So, like... As long as I don't hit the branches, are we fine? That's what's happening. Okay. And what's going on here? There are some branch-like things that I don't think are branches. Are they? Oh no, they are branches. Okay. So the spindly things are the things that we are avoiding. I think this should be fine. Yeah. Okay. And that opens up you? What in God's name? Okay. So the big like hook shape is tree. Is that also tree? That is also tree. So it looks like the thick parts are tree. So that's what we want to avoid, which I think would constitute coming down like this and up and around. Yep. Okay. Simple enough. Same deal, I think. I think same thing. The thick twisty parts are tree and the geometrical parts are not tree. So, we want to go, I think we go down and around. And then we can go through here and nope. Can we go up through there? That looks like a branch, doesn't it? Like, let's try this. I didn't think so. Okay. Now, how does this work then? There's not any like, because there's that sort of like F shape in the top corner, and then there's the big curvy part. Is there, wait, is there anything stopping us from just doing this? That's so funny. That's so funny. Okay. Yeah. All right. That's a lesson not to overcomplicate things. I understand. Um. Oh, that's interesting, huh? Couple of. Although I don't know if those would fall. Okay, let's just observe, right? We come on through here. This feels like the obvious way to go. I think that avoids branches, as does this. And we can come down this way. Yep. What does this take us? It goes that way and this. What? Okay. Well, this is a little complicated, isn't it? Because how are we to know where the branches wind up? Hmm? Actually, like where? Oh, I see. You can see it on the sheet metal. I'm stupid. That's how shadows work. So I think we need to go up and around like this. Yeah. Neat. Oh, fascinating. Okay. Um. So we need to go. How do we even get an angle to? Okay, we need to get like real close. Okay. So we need to go. I want to say our angle is like. Are we like upwards? How does this? How are we working here actually? Is it like this? Are we? Where are we lined up? Okay. We need to end on the left side. And it looks like that involves coming up from the bottom. So we would need to go left and then up to the top, looping around and then down over to the right and then skating across the bottom. I don't think I'm close enough. So we go like this, I believe, if the shadows are being perceived correctly by me, which they are. And now we have here, which is, oh my gosh, that's an angle, isn't it? Okay, so this is how we start. And judging by the way that the shadows are kind of like angled, I'm assuming that we need to go down and then left and then down and then left and all the way up here and then no, we would need to go here because there's that little like stair step and then it ends off back into the light. Okay. We're getting it. Um what? What's what's the meaning of this? What am I looking at? What am I perceiving? Do we have like a... Do we need to like trace the pattern? Do we need to like offset this on like the X coordinate? So we like start from this one and treat it as if we were starting from the other one. So we would go left and then down and then right. Or left? Not right. What am I talking about? And then left again. And then we would need to go up, left, up, right, up, right, up, left, and then to the end. Oh, it's not how it works. How does it work then? Explain to me your ways. Do I need to like... I mean, I can't like move the sun, right? Do I need to... I don't think there's any way that I can stand close enough. Because like this... I mean, that just simply doesn't work. This is a curious thing. Hmm. I'm actually a little perplexed about that. Let me like revisit the original idea, right? So if we envision this as if we were starting from that other starting point, we would go left and then down and then left. And then it looks like we would end... We would come out onto the shadow there, that bottommost like part of the shadow where the path is. And then we would go... Although we would go left again because it kind of like juts off, doesn't it? So then we would go up, left, up, right. Right again. Up, right, up, left, left. Is that my problem? Yeah, I think I didn't come in enough after sort of zipping to the left. Okay. What is happening here? Good lord, what is happening in there? What? Oh, it's like, oh, okay, it's all the way up there. Can we get the... Yeah, we can get these both on screen at one time. So we can like sort of trace this up there. And then the path leaves off, so we go, I think, another step inward. And then we go down, left. Actually, maybe we go two inward. We go down, left, down. No. Those are like too... The downwards are too long, aren't they? So maybe we go two inward, two down, left, two down, and then we make a little U shape. And then we come this way and then go up to the end. Okay. Cool. It looks like we have more branches to avoid this time. Question mark, maybe? Where are you coming from? Coming from up there. So what on earth do I do about that? Like, it's basically impossible to see the branches. Although we know that there's branches there, so we can't like go out there. So maybe we Can we just like loop up the side there? No, we cannot. How do we do that? That is mandatory. That is like the next puzzle. Okay, that's bizarre. That's just okay. Oh, wait. Oh, there's a path on the rock. Okay. So it looks like we would need to come left and then up over, then down and then left. We would need to loop back up this way. And then let's visit where we go from there. Then we sort of like hook. We hook left and then hook right and then end. So we do this thing, right? And then we come up, we hook left, and we hook right, and we end. Nope. Incorrect. Why? Why incorrect? Is my question. Let me... Oops. Like, this feels correct. I think that's the only way to execute that path, right? So maybe we need to hook further right? No, we don't. We come up, and then we hook left, and then we hook right. Oh, do we just not actually like double back right? Is the hooking right just like the finish? It is. Okay. I was over complicating things again. Okay. You can kind of get a vague semblance of the path that we're going to take by looking at the pallets. So it looks like we come up from the center and follow the path left. That all the way to the right or to the left side. Why am I getting my lefts and rights mixed up so much today? I don't know. I'm not in prime form apparently. We hook up around the corner. We come over past our starting point. Looks like we come down, make a little hook here, and then down, come under the starting point, and then make one final hook there. Okay. Easy enough. And this one here, this one feels like it's easier than the last one, but you know, I'm not gonna, I may eat my words, right? So we come up from the start naturally. We make a little hook there. Then we come, oh, you know, I see. I mean, I can't hook down, can I? So, there's like I see. It doesn't quite line up the way that your brain wants it to line up. So we cut through. And then I think we do a hook like this. Is that right? Or do we go all the way to the end? Perhaps we go all the way to the end. And then we do a little bop staircase there. And that makes for a turnaround right there. And a straight line across. And a hook downwards. And then we loop up to the top. And just finish, I think. Yep. Where does that take us? Did that open the tree gate? Have I done this one already? No. Surely not, right? Surely that didn't open the cool tree gate. It did. It opened one half of... Oh, and then this is its whole own shadow puzzle, isn't it? Okay. Okay. I see. Okay. This was, I think, the next panel that we left off on. Is this now the opposite idea? Do we trace the shadow instead of avoiding it? Yes, that's so cool. Is it... Are the panel colors backwards? Hold up, I need to make an observation. No, the lines are purple there. And I think they were blue here. Okay. Okay. I mean, similar idea. They don't line up exactly, but I imagine that just works, yeah? Where is this going? You? Okay. This is like slightly more complicated, I feel like. But it should still work like this, I think. Yeah. And you take me here. Okay, well, this is a lot, isn't it? We're ending up here. So let's work backwards. We want to go across this branch, which I think would involve coming down here and coming. So does this path take us there? That does indeed work. And there's a break in the branch. Break. I don't know. I turned German there. My throat noises wanted to come out. What do we do about that? Do we care? Does the break in the branch affect us? I mean, surely it must, otherwise it wouldn't be there, right? But what do we do about it? is the question. Can I just go like this? No. Can I bridge the gap where they're kind of connected there? I can. Okay. That sounds like it opened the other side of the gate. Hello. Okay. Speculation. I believe the right side was the side that opened first, so I'm assuming the right side of the puzzle is... I would assume... You know what they say about when you assume, but I would assume that you engage with the right side of the puzzle with the same logic that we did the first set of puzzles, and we engage with the left side of the puzzle with the same logic that we did the second half of the puzzles. So we're going to be dodging shadows on the right side and following shadows on the left side, which, in theory, should be easy enough to do. We would just have to loop us around like this and avoid these leaves. And I would assume that that gets us there. It sure does. Ta-da! Wow. That was a fun one. I feel like that was very, that was fairly straightforward. Kind of like the Desert Temple. It was just kind of a matter of perspective and thinking about things within the perspectives that you were given. Where is this laser going? It's like shooting off that way, isn't it? Oh, okay, it's turning. I was going to be very surprised. Are you headed straight for the mountain? Sure is. They're all different colors. How fun. Okay, well, I am curious, before we leave off, this feels like a line. Hold up. Hold up. It has revealed itself to me. I could not resist. That's a really cool line. Also, the fact that it uses the vents back there, as well as like the... Oh, that's sick. Okay, before we end off, I did want to, I wanted to step inside here. Because I feel one of the puzzles that we did opened up like a door. Yeah, okay, this opened a door into the quarry. Which is odd that there's two ways in. Because there's that gate over there that I couldn't figure out, and then there's this one here. So is there an additional set of puzzles here? Looks like a set of like locks that you can open up. This that feels like a potential line to be drawn. I huh, what are you? More squares, more hexagons. Okay, those are incredibly conceivable. I guess I was just curious if this would be like a tutorialization on those little tetromino shapes that we had found. But it doesn't appear to be. This is a neat little area. I feel so intrigued by little places like this because I feel like there's nothing in this game that is without purpose, which I may be like overthinking things, but it gets me thinking because I'm like, why do they allow me to be over here and for what purpose, to what end? Um, but well, that is as of yet inactive. Oh, it's a new shape as well as Tetrama's. Okay, now I'm like definitely led to believe that my assumption about the Tetrominoes is because they're not Tetrominoes there. Um, and there's no way to have 4 in a straight line on that grid. So it's clear to me that I have actually no idea what those yellow squares mean. And that is something that we will have to track down and figure out. I'm kind of sad that maybe sad isn't the right word, but I enjoy so much the little audio logs that we have been finding. And this felt like a really lovely place to find one. Out here in these, like, sort of overgrown, shadowy woods. It would have been a nice place to sort of meander about and listen. Something meditative. Which is kind of why I'm just like perusing around to see if I missed one laying around somewhere, but I don't see it. It's possible that I'm just blind. That is certainly true. But anyway, in the meantime, I do think that we will leave it off with that laser. And I do know that this is a very short one comparatively, because I took a brief pause, even, and like the recording session has not been going on for very long. So, bit of a shorter one this time, but that's okay. Not every one of my videos needs to be 2 hours long, right? And perhaps you two will be thankful for the respite of those 2-hour-long videos, or you know, maybe not. Maybe you like a 2-hour-long video to sit down while you're doing laundry or eating dinner or whatever. In which case, super cool. Thank you. But in any case, I'm gonna get ourselves a lovely little angle out here on the lasers converging. In any case, I do thank you for sitting through this shorter little bite-sized piece of witness with me today. Next time maybe we'll find out how to get into that quarry. I can't lie. I know that I shouldn't be like, oh, this is where I want to go and I'm going to go there. Like a big part of grappling with this game is acknowledging where you are not ready for it yet and going somewhere else. But it does make me want to go and find a way to be ready for the quarry because I'm so interested by it. But we'll see. We'll think about that. By which I mean I'll think about that. And I'm also thinking maybe next time we'll check out that little marshy area with the mangrove trees. I'm very interested by that since we can take the boat over there now. But we'll see. We will see where the wind takes us next time. For now, again, thank you for making it to the end. I appreciate that. I I really hope that you have enjoyed sitting here and watching me do puzzles, or just having me on in the background to listen to while you're doing your own thing. Heaven knows, I love a good hour plus long YouTube video that I can throw on my other monitor while I'm doing something. So if I can fill that role for you, that's me doing my duty. But I hope you're having a lovely morning, afternoon, evening, or what have you. And please do take care of yourself out there. I love you. Deuces.